Hi, I'm Mark Anthony, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about debt. Knowing the difference between good debt and bad debt. So this is basically allowing you to be a better money manager and being smarter with your money. So there's two types of debt that you can have. A good debt is an investment that you have. So say you take out a bank loan to purchase a property, an investment property. So that is actually a good debt, because what's happening is you've actually got something tangible, an asset that is actually going to return you income. So every week you will receive money from that investment property in the form of rent. So every week that rent money is going to come in. It's actually going to help you pay off the loan on that investment property. And so that's actually a good debt. The other thing, the bonus of property, for as an example, is not only do you have the rental return that comes from that property, you actually have the capital growth on the property. So land values go up. And when the land value goes up, if you owe $1 million, for example, on your property, and the property value goes up to 1.2 million or 1.3 million, then all of a sudden you've got $200,000 to $300,000 worth of equity. And that equity now, you can actually use that equity as a deposit for another property. So you can actually leverage off that property and allow yourself to buy multiple properties once you've got a bit of equity in those properties. And if you are able to find a property where the rent is basically covering the loan amount that you're paying, then you're going to find that you're actually in a very good position in relation to that. So even if you have to put a little bit of money towards it, that money is going towards a tangible asset, something that's going to grow over time, and it's going to make you a lot of money. Because it's very rare that properties don't go up. And I guess since we're talking about property, important thing to understand is that have the mentality that when you purchase your property, that is when you make money on it. You don't make money on a property when you sell it. You make money on a property when you buy it. If you buy it at the right price, then what you're going to find is that property is going to go up in value. If you pay too much for that property and the market comes back, then you've got to wait until that property actually goes back up in value. So always remember that the key to investing in property is you make money when you purchase it, not when you sell it. So that's an example of a good debt, investing in something that's actually going to give you a financial return. A bad debt, on the other hand, is, for example, a credit card debt. So if you're using a credit card to buy your groceries, or you're using a credit card to finance your lifestyle, so to have an extravagant lifestyle, and so you're using other people's money to actually finance that extravagant lifestyle, then that's going to become a problem. Because the thing is the things that you have in your lifestyle aren't going to be an asset. They're not going to be things that actually give you money back. So for example, if somebody uses, credit card debt to purchase a car, then as soon as you drive that car out of the showroom, on average, they lose about 30% of their value once you drive that car out of the showroom. And so straight away, you've actually lost money on that. And then you're borrowing money to actually pay that loan. And so you're paying interest on the loan as well. And so in a lot of cases for people, purchasing a car on finance or on credit card debt or some sort of debt is actually creating a liability for themselves. And so it's actually a negative transaction, because that car is taking more money out of your pocket than it's putting back in. It's very rare that a car goes up in value and actually returns you a decent profit. So it's really important to know the difference between good debt and bad debt. So good debts go towards assets that actually put money back into your pocket, more money than they actually took out of your pocket. And liabilities actually take more money out of your pocket than put back into it. But there are other circumstances where a car may be a good investment. So if you've got a business and your financials are all up to date, and you see that you're going to be able to, or you're going to have to pay a large amount of money in tax, then you could actually purchase a car that writes off that tax money that you're going to pay. And so instead of giving that money as tax, you can actually get the benefits of having that money. So that's where sometimes a liability can actually be an asset, because it's actually saving you money in that way. But that's really important to speak to an accountant about. But when it comes to assets and liabilities, it's important to understand that an asset always puts more money into your pocket than it takes out. A liability takes more money out of your pocket than it puts back in. So, going on, a holiday that's actually outside of your budget and using credit card to pay for that holiday is not a good investment, right? You can use your credit card for little things like, for example, if you need to buy your groceries this week because you're a little bit short on cash, then use your credit card for that. But make sure you pay it back. Or you may have a credit card that accrues points and you can use those points to purchase things in the future. Then if you're going to use that sort of card, then it's not a problem as long as you're paying it back. So using credit cards is fine, but as long as you're paying them off, and as long as you're not using the credit cards to purchase big ticket items that are actually liabilities, that's when it becomes a really bad debt. So it's really important to have that awareness and allow yourself to know the difference between assets and liabilities. Because if you have more liabilities than assets, you're going to create a negative lifestyle. You're going to create a negative cash flow. But if you have more assets than liabilities, it's happy days. You're going to find that your income is going to continue to grow. You have multiple sources of income, and you'll find that your wealth grows very quickly. So if you like this video, like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share it with your friends and family, people that you know that can benefit from it. And the next video is going to be downloads in relation to this topic. So I look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you.